Hello and welcome back to Big Bad Bard Plays Enter the Gungeon. So on our last run, we managed to unlock this little fellow, the robot. So we're going to take him out for a spin. Let's take a look around the breach first and see if there's anything we want to buy or can unlock. You may be ugly as hell, but you're the best customer I've had in, well, I didn't get to finish that. Okay, so thanks for calling me ugly as hell. I do actually really like the commando, so let's unlock that. I'll leave the airstrike for right now. We could unlock it. We can also go look up in Ox and Cadence's shop. Actually, we did finish our hunt for the bulletkin. The hunt goes on. Blobulons, the slimy scourge of the gungeon, must be stopped. Liquefy 50 and return soaked in the blood of the enemy. Alright, so we need 50 blobulons. Those are the little red guys. The little red blobs that break into two, we have not unlocked that. Let's go look in Ox and Cadence's shop. Oh yeah, and we got a couple more hegemony credits from completing that hunt. So we can get basically one thing out of all of this. I'll take the eye patch. Not sure what it does, but maybe we can find it and figure that out. Actually, I think I do know what it does. I think it lowers your accuracy, so it'll like increase your bullet spread, and then maybe increase damage. Alright, so before we get going with the robot, let's look at the starting items that it comes with. That's just the items we unlocked. We unlocked the sling for completing the bulletkin hunt. We get the robot's right hand. Infinite ammo does not reveal secret walls. This is your standard starting weapon. Coolant leak. Sprays an area with liquid coolant, so that'll throw a puddle down on the floor. We can put out fires with it, or electrocute areas. And then we get battery bullets, and that is electric bullets. So basically, that's why you start off with the coolant leak, is you can throw a puddle down and then electrify it. Oh! And I took really bad damage right off the start there. Now, as you can see with the robot, instead of red hearts, we have armor. And any heart container we would pick up, instead of giving us a red heart of health, it will just give us armor. Flawlessing the boss, same thing. So you don't actually get any permanent health. You kind of rely just on armor drops. I do want that key. I would like to break that before he disappears. Here we go. I do really like the robot's starting weapon. The robot's right hand. The damage is okay. Really what I like is the accuracy and the ammo capacity. Or I guess the clip capacity, magazine capacity. It holds a lot of bullets before it has to reload is what I'm getting at here. You can just unload into an enemy and they're probably going to go down before you have to reload, especially for the first couple floors. The only enemies you might run into that would pose a situation where you would have to reload first would be like maybe the lead maiden or the gun nuts. Oh, I don't know why I'm shooting the walls. We can't reveal secret rooms. Do we care about going down to the oubliette and the abbey? I don't think so. Just because it's dangerous and this character's a little bit fragile. Like I said, you only get, armor is your only health, and armor is not that common. There are weapons, I'm sorry, not weapons, there are items you can get to increase your, the amount of ammo you have. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. There are items you can get that will increase your chances of finding armor. There are also items that will give you armor generation on every floor, but I don't believe we have those unlocked. I'm pretty sure we don't, and I'm not sure what the prerequisites for unlocking those are. But it is something that will just come with game progression. The more you play, the more you get. That sort of thing. We found the shop. Let's go check that out. And he has a key, he's got armor, he has the water gun. Oh! And what do we have up here? We have Flint. Ring of Mimic Friendship. I've already expressed my feelings on it. I would almost never get this. Unless there was also a... oh, what's the other one? Mimic Tooth Necklace? That makes all chests mimics. And then you can get both of them and basically just unlock all the chests you come across. I want the key or the armor, or maybe both. So I'm going to wait on buying anything right now. If I can afford both, I would like to. Let's just keep going. We're going to look for the other treasure room. It will have a passive or active item. As far as active items go, the coolant leak isn't great. It has uses. Oh, we got another key. Very nice. It does have uses, but they're kind of limited. You can kind of use it to fight bosses, as long as they take damage from ground-based sources. So, like the Bullet King is immune to, he's immune to the coolant leak being electrified, similar to how he's immune to the Molotov cocktail thrown by the convict. He just doesn't take damage from status effects that originate on the ground. You could throw a poison vial down, or, you know, anything that creates poison on the ground. You wouldn't get poison from it. Maybe if you had a beam weapon, or a weapon that was poisonous like the gamma ray, is what I was getting at with beam weapon. It hits it directly with poison damage. He may take the damage over time. Oh, I'm so glad we have extra keys. Oh, spice. I know I said I would do a spice run. I don't think this is going to be it. I don't think the robot is the right character to do this with. I know it increases your curse by a teeny tiny bit, and also increases your health by a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to pop it. Okay, so the robot does not gain the health benefit from taking spice. So any other spice that does show up, I'm going to ignore. I know I could have teleported to the shop. I wasn't going to come straight to the shop, but I am, since I realized that I had enough money to get both of those. So now we have enough keys to, we could go down to the oubliette, but I don't think I'm going to. I think the best call is to just come up here, fight the boss, move down to the next floor, and save our keys for that. Oh, actually, see, the siren also creates water, which can then be electrified. That's actually a really good weapon for the robot. That's a very neat coincidence that we got that on the first run with the robot. Okay, so I did take damage, lost the Flawless. The Flawless is not as valuable on the robot as on other characters because you don't gain that permanent HP. That being said, it is it's still valuable because I lost 1 armor, but really I lost the potential for 2 armor, if that makes sense. 1 for being the armor that I ended up losing, and then the other being the armor I would have gained from picking up the master round. More spice. I'm going to ignore that. It sucks. It really sucks that we picked that up on the boss room. And spice is an item that can show up very, very many times in a run. It will show up in probably every shop we come across. So the ration, it heals you. Does it work on the robot? It does not. Okay, we're getting a lot of items that have no effect on this run. But yeah, spice will show up all over the place. We may get it out of more chest drops. We may get it from boss fights. You can get it from the shop. You might be able to get it from other special shopkeepers. I'm sure it'll pop up a few more times. That was the second one we've seen. There's something like 10 levels of spice effects. So I would expect to see it a lot over the course of this run. Oh, there's a Blobulon that we need to kill for our hunt. Now, unlocking the robot, I guess I can break the secret, not really much of a secret, but there is another unlockable character. And the way that you get him is by, there's little red-caped bulletkin. Now, I wasn't too worried about looking for them before, mostly because we were hunting for bulletkin. Now, it's probably not worth it to shoot one of these guys because they're very rare. They only show up maybe 1 or 2 on a run. I don't think they're even guaranteed to show up on a run. But now that we're definitely not hunting bulletkin, I can start paying more attention to those. I can start basically taking my time fighting the bulletkin and look more for the red-caped ones. And basically all you have to do is just not kill them. You can kill everything else in the room, just don't kill them. Now, sometimes they are dumb. They have, I don't think I've seen one walk into a pit, but I have seen one walk into, I've seen one standing basically right next to an explosive barrel, and then get blown up by, not one of my bullets, but one of the enemy bullets. And that is frustrating. And you need to save 5 or 10 of them. It's not very many, but they're just rare enough to make it a real pain to accomplish. And like I said, the enemies are just stupid enough to regularly kill themselves. That is not a Blobulon, that is a Cubulon, I think is that enemy. The red cube. Not a mimic. Grenade launcher. Definitely not a mimic. Let's shoot the walls. I think that's our secret room. It sure is, and we got another chest. Also not a mimic, with more spice. We got the lowercase r. Alright, so we picked up a few weapons here. Let's take a look through them. We got the M1. It's just a bolt-action rifle. It's pretty decent. The grenade launcher fires grenades that can bounce. And the letter R looks like a gun. Okay. And the letter R, I like what they did with this. One pull of the trigger shoots out 6 bullets, but they spell out bullet. This is a weird floor. So there has to be another branch off of this room that connects the elevator room and the room below us. There has to be. Some very strange floor generation. Now, I do browse the Enter the Gungeon subreddit, and so this isn't the weirdest floor generation I've seen. People will post pictures on there all the time with, you know, a boss room that has the regular boss entrance. Oh, it must be through the shop, I guess? This is weird. I didn't even see the shop over there. But there will be basically 2 entrances to the boss room, and then the elevator room. I saw one picture someone had posted that was the boss room. Basically, if there was this room with the elevator in it, they went to this room and the boss room was right here. Alright, so we do have a couple of weapons we might want to get rid of. The lowercase r isn't great. So maybe we can start using that to clear out rooms, get rid of some of the ammo for it. Like, I feel like the robot's right hand would be doing a better job than this. But it's okay, it's got 900 rounds for us to go through. It will easily clear out the rest of this floor. I'll probably use the grenade launcher on the boss, and then also throw that into the gun muncher. The gun munchers, I just recently learned, do actually have a couple of recipes. Meaning that if you throw in a specific, 2 specific guns, then the result will be predetermined. I have only put one of these recipes to memory because it's the only one I really cared about. And it is if you throw in, Did we find the secret room? Yes, we did. If you throw in the RPG with the beehive, then you will get the stinger. It's the only one that really made a lot of sense to me, because the stinger is an RPG full of bees, and it's also arguably one of the best boss-killing weapons in the game, so I'm always on the lookout for another way to get it. Give me the stinger, give me the scrambler, and I will be one happy gungeoneer. So one other reason I wanted to do the bullet on this run, and it might kind of sabotage the run, just a little bit, but we'll see. If I play well, then it won't. But Taylor, the elevator man, on the 3rd floor needs armor, and the robot only has armor to give. So as long as I get out of this boss fight with 3 armor, I don't know if it would kill me if I do that, but it might be worth trying. As long as I can get out of this boss fight with a decent amount of health, if I only take 1 or 2 hits here, I think we'll be okay. Ideally, obviously, I want to take 0 hits. Oh god. Maybe I should have just blanked that. That seemed really stupid after I did it. Okay, landing all the shots here. That's one thing I find myself having trouble with, honestly, with the grenade launcher, because sometimes it'll bounce strangely if it doesn't make it there all the way. I hate this. Hate this! Ah, I took damage, and I used a blank. Switch it up, go with the M1. Deals a lot of damage. Okay, so another item that has nothing to do with this character. The Old Knight's Flask, heals per floor. So what this is the Estus Flask from Dark Souls. Provides healing and replenishes on each floor. So basically you get to use it twice per floor, and it will heal, I think, just 1 red heart. And then you go down to the next floor, and like your blanks, it replenishes. You'll get 2 more uses on the next floor. Unfortunately, we have no use for that. So I guess we're gonna stick with the coolant leak. Okay, we got the pitchfork. It's a fire-throwing weapon. And I guess we're just going to go on down to the next floor. We're going to give Taylor, the elevator man. Taylor, the elevator man. We're going to give him 3 of our 4 armor and hope for the best. This might be a shorter episode than we're used to. That was a weird noise he made when he fell down. This elevator shaft is going to need some reinforcing. Can you bring me 6 armor? Ah! Okay. They saw my play here. They saw exactly what I was trying to do. Good on you, game. 6 armor, I guess, would be the equivalent to 3 armor when you're the robot. Actually, I'd say it's more the equivalent of 3 HP, 3 hearts. Just because you can only get hit once per armor, but twice per heart. But yeah, that's it was definitely 3 armor when we asked him on the last run. I know that for a fact. Clever game. They saw exactly what I was going to do. Maybe we can pick up some armor on this floor or on the shop. That kind of incentivizes finding the secret room and also maybe opening a brown chest. Brown chests can drop consumables as well as, or rather along with the item that it would normally drop. Is that guy jammed? I'm not sure what happened there, but this guy's got to go. Oh, crap. I shot at the wrong guy. Die, please. There we go. We did get ammo. What do we need it for? I guess just the M1. And it's doing fine work for us right now. Got another one of these rooms. We've not seen many Blobulons this run. I think only just the one. This, the Bulletkin only took us 2 runs to complete, to kill 200 Bulletkin. I think this 50 Blobulons is going to take a little bit longer. I know there is a hunt coming up for the Shotgunkin, and that should be pretty quick. And then some of the later hunts will definitely take several runs. You'll have to kill specific bosses, which are not guaranteed to show up. Okay, nothing there. We find the light gun. What this does is the last shot shoots out a duck, one of the ducks from Duck Hunt. So we're going to save that maybe for the boss. The ducks can... I'm pretty sure the ducks do a decent amount of damage. We've got a junk shrine, which... Oh, I wish I had known about that before I found that chest. Because the junk shrine, you can trade a piece of junk for an armor. So that would definitely be worth doing. I don't know if the green Blobulons count towards the hunt. I would have to imagine not. Maybe we can check on that when we go back to the breach. Okay, that room was easy enough. We have a special NPC down here. With any luck, I'm actually hoping that it's the fairy in a bottle. I know I've done it with the robot before, and I'm pretty sure I got a piece of junk, which would help us towards the junk shrine, and then, oh perfect, it is fairy in a bottle. Let's see what we got here. A tricky case. I've got just the thing. This will definitely help you. A bottle. That is not what I expected to get. Okay, so I guess we'll just switch back to the coolant leak. What the bottle does, if I'm not mistaken, is it holds extra hearts that would be on the floor, can hold hearts or ammo for later use. Use once to collect and use again to consume. So maybe for the ammo, I guess. I'm not really using the coolant leak at all. I don't think I've used it once. Then we'll come up here and look in the shop. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some armor. And maybe I will also play smart and not get hit in the meantime. So, I guess I really did need the flawless on the gore gun there. Which is a real shame, because the thing that ended up making me take damage was her poison attack. I just kind of stuck around too long and then tried to get out at the last minute and ended up taking stupid damage. That's what happens. And that is what cost me the flawless, which would be the equivalent of 2 armor, like I discussed earlier. We do have 1 armor. Cluster mine is another active item. The clown mask, we need to fire off some shots. Do I want the key? Kind of. I definitely want the armor. I'll take the key. And then I guess we'll kind of go up to the right this way. I'm expecting this to be sort of the direction of the boss room, but it could be our other item. Oh, it's a gun muncher. Another gun muncher. Wow. I don't really have anything I want to get rid of right now. So we'll just move along down here to the bottom right. Maybe the room up to the top left is our other treasure room. So we're sitting at 5 armor. We're so close. I don't know if he will accept 6 armor if it would kill us, though. That's the only other thing. So this plan is not flawless. Even if I get a flawless on the boss with my 5 armor, and I get the 6th, I don't know if that will be enough to unlock this objective of the elevator quest. One other thing to note about the M1 is it does pierce. It seems to do less damage after it passes through one enemy, but it can still be good for dealing damage to multiple enemies and kind of just softening up the enemy in the back. And that's usually the case with most piercing weapons, is it's going to deal slightly reduced damage to the second enemy that it hits. But the point is that it will then take fewer shots once you're focusing on that enemy. I did not see a bullet that hit me there. It must have been from the bulletkin that was directly in front of me, but I thought he died before he got any shots off. That's too bad. Secret room? Not a secret room. Secret room? Still, I don't think a secret room. I can shoot this chest, get junk, maybe get junk. Or I can just open the chest and see what we get. Let's do that. Armor of Thorns, your body is a weapon. This increases dodge roll damage. So when you dodge roll into an enemy, you will deal more damage. We also got the Bloody Eye earlier. It slows down enemy projectiles. So let's go fight the boss. How do I have 5 armor right now? If I took a hit. Did I pick up an armor from something? Oh, I bet this gives you one. Okay. Wow. So that makes it even worse then. So we're fighting the Cannon Balrog. Let us use the light gun maybe? See how that works out. I'm just gonna blank there. I didn't like my positioning. I need to get out of this corner as well. Okay, just gotta get through this phase. And that phase isn't too bad as long as you keep moving. I feel like if you stand still and just try to dodge side to side, that's when, oh crap, that's when he likes to show up right behind you and make it so you have to dodge in really uncomfortable circumstances, really bad positions. So he did take damage. Again, that's 2 armor, basically 2 armors worth of value there. Never mind. 3. So I don't think I'm going to be able to unlock the elevator objective on this run. That's okay. He's not going anywhere. Go back to the M1 maybe? Oh, I'll just blank that. Okay, and we're clear. We got 2 more keys. We did get another piece of armor. Unfortunately, it's too little, too late. And we got the Cog of Battle, which gives you an active reload. I think we've had this before. Where would the secret room be? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's off this room. Yeah, I don't know. I'll pop it in the shop. I don't think it'll be up here either. But I guess it could be. Nope. Let's just move along. Down to the hollow. Now, am I expecting to get down to the forge and kill the dragon and do all of that this run? Probably not. So one thing to note with the cog of battle. If you're not paying attention, it can bite you in the ass. If you miss the active reload time, it actually makes the reload take longer. So it does kind of deter you from just spamming the trigger, trying to get off the next shot as soon as possible. But then if you do get the active reload time, it does decrease the bullet time by, or the reload time by about, what, 30%? That's pretty good. And I'm just basing that 30% off of where it looks like the bar is on the reload animation. Basically the little bar that shows you where your reload is at as you're reloading. So the sling is interesting. It deals a ton of damage to bosses. We also have armor that we might want to buy. I'd say let's hold off on either of those until we know what the rest of the floor looks like. I'm sure I'm going to get enough money to pick up both of them. But if I can only afford one, I think I would actually want the sling. I think that would give me a better chance of surviving against some of the later bosses. Certainly anything on the 4th floor. If you can get a damage up on them, that's very useful. I hate these enemies. They shoot out some of the most obnoxious bullets. They'll just follow you around until you inadvertently run into one. Okay, so we're out of ammo on that. Let's switch back to the siren. More spice. I mean, it curses you. I can't just take all of the spice. We will have a bad time. Not with the robot. Any other character I would have done this. There will be more spice runs though. If it shows up once, it'll show up more. If you see it once in a run, then you know what kind of run you have on your hands. You're gonna see it a lot. I think that's our 4th, maybe the 5th even. Okay, so we got gold amulet, blank damage up, and I believe it gives you an extra blank when you go down to the next floor. Blanks just deal increased damage to enemies. I'm pretty sure all of those amulets, there's gold, copper, frost, lodestone, there's a bunch of them. I'm pretty sure all of them give you an extra blank on each floor. But the effect doesn't take hold until you go down to the next floor. So it didn't give me one extra blank on this floor, but it will on the next. Unless I'm mistaken. We'll see when we go down. Well, there's an extra blank anyways. We have another NPC room. Watch, if I go in there, it will be fairy in a bottle, and it will give us 3 armor or something ridiculous. It'll give us exactly what we needed on the last floor. I'm probably not going to open it up. Oh! I, missed a bullet, I guess. I think I was focusing on the wrong enemy there. I was looking at the guy summoning the jammed bullet on that ledge, and I think the red mage is the one that caught me there. We did get a key. I think... Okay, so I'm going to hold this key. When we find the cell key... Actually, I'm just going to open this now. I'll open it now. That way I don't forget about it and end up opening a chest or something with that key. I could just see myself doing it. I was about to walk away from it and say, oh no, I can be trusted. I can't be trusted. No way. And he's down in the pit. Oh, I almost walked right into that saw blade. Thank you for that. I'm trying to use the active reload, but I'm not too worried about it. I would rather have the I guess the regular reload time. I was going to say the longer one. The longer one is if you fail, and that's my point. I would rather have the regular reload time than the longer reload time. So if you don't see me get the active reload. It's probably because I just accept that I don't want to focus on that right at that second. I'm just going to let it reload at its own pace. Gotten a lot of heart drops. I wish there was something you could do about that. Do I want to fight the boss? There's still more rooms down here. I don't want to fight the boss until I know that the cell key isn't on the boss room. Okay, so this is a mimic anyways. And then we have another locked door up there. Damn. I don't think the room behind the locked door can be a room with enemies? I would have to guess that that's a special merchant. Anyways, let's shoot this guy. Try to drag him out a little bit. Okay. What did he drop? Where is your item? Oh, hey, hey, hey! No! What did he drop? Hegemony Carbine. I don't know how he died, or how he dropped his item back here when he died all the way out here. That's strange. So I guess we will fight the boss and hope that the boss drops the cell key. Weapon. What do I want to take? Pitchfork? Siren, maybe? Okay, so it's the wallmonger. Might actually just use out the pitchfork ammo. Oh, I should have. Oh, and then we'll take Siren. Okay, this is going very, very poorly right off the bat. Okay, at least I got that blank off. Okay. You can dodge roll through those, but it's really tight timing. Especially in a situation like that where you have regular bullets coming at you as well as the wall. Wallmonger is going down. It's just slowly. Blank that. I don't know if I have this fight. Okay. It's been a second since I've taken damage. And we got it. Wow, that was... Whew! My heart's pounding a little bit there. We did pick up the cell key. More HP that we cannot use at all. Okay. Let's open this up. Let's talk to this guy. Wow, thanks for rescuing me. I'm heading back to the breach. We'll see each other again, I'm sure of it. Okay, so we'll see you up in the breach, I guess. Now as for this, we definitely want the armor. There's no doubt about that. The only other thing we can afford is a key, which I guess we'll take. We'll ignore this room because it's either the map man or fairy in a bottle. Map man we can't complete because we don't have access to this room. And then fairy in a bottle, last time we got it, it gave us a bottle. It didn't give us anything we wanted. I'm not expecting it to give us anything useful right now. So we'll just ignore that room. We'll just move on. Down to the forge. Honestly, a little farther than I thought I would make it, especially after some pretty poor performance early on. Honestly, it's further than I thought we would make it because I thought I'd be able to give my heart or my armor to the elevator repairman. But that was not the case. The game was smarter than I am. I don't want to go through that right now, do I? I probably have to. It's possible that these two pathways will link up later, further away from the entrance, but it's not very likely. It's just, I'd say it's possible, but not, I wouldn't plan on it. So we're almost certainly going to have to go through that hammer room anyways. It's obnoxious, I hate it, but it's manageable. I'm just glad I didn't have to do it on the last run when we were carrying the TV around. That would have been hell. Oh man. This is where I miss Binding of Isaac mechanics. Because I would just be able to drop a bomb and skip this room. There are enemies? Oh, I guess there are enemies. I couldn't see because there's so many other bullets on the screen. Just coming out of nowhere, just dropping from those hammers and... Ugh. Okay. I'm one hit from death. But not dead yet. Got a ghost in my face. I've got this little evil genie man. We've got a cube of jello causing us problems. Oh, what do you know? Those two chambers do actually meet up. Well, we still managed to get through the hammer room without taking damage. Okay, I'm just trying to stay safe from this enemy, from every enemy. I'm on the lookout for any bulletkin with a red cape on. I could actually use that ammo drop. I just wanted to get some use out of the bottle, I guess. Yeah. We'll just use it on that. I just wanted to use it once, that's all. Oh, I hate this room. Oh boy, do I hate this room. Mostly because of that thwomp block right in the middle there. That coupled with the sliding walkways, I hate it. Yeah, once he gets on your ass, he is difficult to lose. And there's another wave of enemies. Okay. Oh, if it's just a couple of ghosts, I don't mind. It would help if I could hit them, though. I'm trying to just barely shoot around that corner. And we're clear. Okay, so we found the blacksmith. Unfortunately, we have very little money, and she has pretty much nothing we're interested in. We'll take the bullet. Now, I'm not going to focus solely on killing the bullets past right now. I'm just going to, after this run, I'm just going to put the bullet into, basically just into the rotation that I have been doing, going around the starting room. Back at the breach, just, you know, going around in that circle, giving everyone a turn, keeping the runs varied. Okay, if it looks like I'm playing like a bitch, it's because I will admit I am playing like a bitch. Just trying to see how far we can actually get with this. And I already tried purposely throwing the run. The game wouldn't let me do it. I was fully prepared to give my last 3 armor to the elevator. And it said, no, you hold on to that. Oh, the bullets did not reach as far as I thought they would. I thought I'd be able to shoot him from where I was standing. Just off. Okay, just being mindful of my surroundings. Trying to watch out for any bullets coming from the top or bottom. You never know. The game likes to throw surprise enemies at you sometimes. I swear, there are some enemies that will just spawn from the wall. I'm sure I've seen enemies crawling out of the wall before. In some rooms. And it's certain rooms. So maybe I'm not crazy, but maybe I am. Maybe they just kind of blend in and I don't notice them right away. But I'm going to go ahead and say sometimes the game just cheats. Throws stuff behind you when you least expect it. We're making progress through the forge, but basically it's looking like I'm going to have to flawless the high dragon. It's possible. I've done it once before, maybe twice. Likely, no. Out of all the times I've faced the high dragon, I've died way more times than I flawlessed it. Maybe I'll reach the point in this game where, you know, maybe this is where I have that, what is it, like the that epiphany point where it's like, oh, I understand, I see it now, and I become zen with the dragon. I don't expect that to happen though. Now I could have bought the brick of cash. At this point in the game, is it really worth it? I don't think so. You know, I would get one secret room. I've already cleared out half the floor, so I would have to go back and look for it, probably. And that just doesn't seem worth it to me. We have a blue chest. Is there a key in the forge, or in the blacksmith room? There is not. If I do end up getting enough money for anything out of there, I think it's going to be the commando. Unfortunately, that's a little over 100 credits, so I would need about 60 more at this point. I don't know how possible that is. Especially considering that enemy that could drop a lot of money didn't. Yeah, if I'm only getting a couple credits per room, I'm definitely not going to hit that 104, I think is what it was. I know hot lead was 104. I'm assuming the other one was as well. Spice was really expensive. The spice was like 144. Okay, so we have a green chest or a blue chest. And did we already get something on this floor? We got the origami, so it's going to be a passive or an active item. And it's another amulet. This one blanks deal fire damage. Now, when it says blanks, it means every sort of anything that causes a blank reaction. So armor acts as a blank. If you have table tech blank, that counts. Each of those table flips will have all of the effects of your amulets. Oh, I know there's a chaos amulet that has the effect of poisoning, or actually there's another one. It's a poison amulet. It's uranium, I think. The chaos can poison, freeze, or immolate. Catch them on fire. Who is in this room? I don't recall. I guess we're just gonna shoot this. Get a little bit of junk. That's fine. And let's go fight the dragon. 1 HP, 3 blanks. Take the M16 out. And hope for the best. I'm gonna die immediately here. This is not going to go very well, I'm sure. Okay. I can tell you exactly what phase I'm going to take damage on, too. That's the worst part. It's going to be where the bullets come from both sides from the top of the screen. This one. Yeah. I'm just going to blank that one. After that, I would say my next most likely is going to be when he shoots the ricocheting bullets, just because some of those bounce off at weird angles. Shoots out the white ricochet bullets, and then I'd say the third most likely after that is just whenever he has the two little submachine daggers. This attack's fairly easy to dodge. It's about as wide as the wallmonger's little wall of bullets that he shoots out when the fire is in the middle of the room. These guys might be a problem. Maybe not. We'll just blank that. I saw myself getting stuck in the corner there. So this is ridiculous. I'm actually doing very well against the High Dragon here. We're in the second phase of the fight. Huh. I did not expect this to be, I didn't expect to get this far. Like, not at all. Wow. I just need to not mess up these jumps. Wowee. Yep, just need to focus on these jumps. I do have one blank, But it doesn't actually clear out the whole room of bullets, it just clears out a small section around you, at least just in this phase of the fight. And that's probably intentional, I would have to guess. Wow, so we did actually flawless the high dragon. Huh. Gotta say, that was not my expected result. So we did unlock battery bullets. We got the 5th floor mastery round. And I know that we have the bullet that can kill the past, so I'm not going to check my inventory for that. Okay, I tried to sneak around it. I wasn't sure if it would work. Since we killed the past of the 4 main characters, no matter what, the next time you kill the high dragon, this is what happens. You get dragged down into the depths of bullet hell. Chamber 6, the 6th chamber. Bullet hell. Now, this, if I somehow win this, then I am much better at the game than I anticipated. Or, I'm at a much higher skill level than I thought. If I manage to beat this floor and kill this boss with only the 2 armor that I have, not even 2 HP, not 2 hearts, just 2 armor. I take 2 hits and I am dead until I find another piece of armor, which is not... how much armor have I found on the floor this whole run? Maybe 1? I'm not expecting to find many more. Most of the armor I have picked up is like through a shop, and there's no shop on this floor. There's no treasure rooms on this floor. There is a secret room, but this floor is gigantic, so how would you ever find it on purpose? And with no treasure rooms or no shop to look in, I wouldn't even know where to guess to start looking for it. I'm just gonna blank that. I didn't want to deal with being stuck in that corner with all of those bullets flying at me. Oh, God. Okay, so there was a guy down on that platform as well. I only saw the one off to the right. At least the blank triggered by my armor popping was enough to knock them both off the edge. I don't think these guys count as blobulons either. Which makes me wonder, did I only really fight and kill 1 blobulon this whole run? Wow, I was kind of, I was intentionally not mentioning the bullet hell event because I didn't think it would actually happen on this run. I did not expect myself to get to the forge, and from the forge I did not expect myself to kill the high dragon. So this is it's, oh, and that's how I die, of course. Yeah, I didn't think the run would go that far, honestly. We did unlock the battery bullets for killing the high dragon with the robot. Unfortunately, we were not able to kill the robot's past due to a scripted event, but we did see quite a lot with the robot. We did a pretty good job, I have to say. I'm proud of that run, and I stand by it. If you like what you saw here, and you want to see more of it, go ahead and click the like button, click subscribe. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BigBadBardMedia. And if you follow me on that, you'll get notifications every time I'm about to go live. Or I guess, rather, every time I do go live. You can follow me on Twitter at BigBadBardMedia. And if you don't want to do any of that and just hang out and watch the next episode, that's fine too. Thanks and have a great day.